Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new mini-series from BBC playing on FX and streaming on Hulu. A lot of chain there. And that's Black Narcissus. And similar to the Christmas Carol adaptation that they did last year, this came over and don't know why they didn't just make this a TV movie, seeing as they played all 3 episodes in a row on FX, but I watched it on Hulu. Watched it over the course of 3 days, and I was really surprised by how much I loved the original film, Black Narcissus, and I had watched that film sometime summer 2019, and had watched it on Criterion Collection, the Criterion channel, and I was really impressed by the striking visuals in that film, the color contrast, the framing, the intensity that was added into every shot, and how well that story was like a powder keg of building tension until it blew off at the end. To the point where I didn't even know it was supposed to be something like that, and it was something that I thought was really impressive. And watching this mini-series, it's able to capture some of that, but it never quite hits that same level that the film did. And there's strong visuals in this mini-series. I do really appreciate it. Might have used like CGI in the background, but I appreciate like the actual set for particular moments, including the climax of the film, which I felt like was really important to build a real sense of danger during. And I felt like the visuals were really solid and well done. It isn't something that it's like a visual feast to look at and it's just strikingly beautiful like the film was, but I feel like it was really well done. And then you have the strong performances from Arterton, who plays our lead sister Claudia, and she gives a very strong performance, an emotional performance. She has to show a lot of vulnerability, and there's one particular character that's really important, Mr. Dean, played by Alessandro Nivola, who really needs to have a lot of charisma and charm to him, since he's kind of catching the attention of these sisters, these nuns in this foreign land, trying to teach the young women, the young children of that place how to read and all kinds of stuff like that. And where I felt like the original film really balanced the story in its runtime, I felt like this being like 3 hours long kind of stretched it out. But getting back to the point of Nivola does a really good job. He's an extremely talented actor. I loved him in Disobedience, and he's shown that he has a lot of talent, and he has that charisma, like dark kind of chemistry that he develops with some of the characters in this. And I felt like this one leaned a little bit too much into where the film was developed this like underlying tension and suspense and built up to a certain point. There was some like visual hints, auditory hints at something of like a creepy, more menacing kind of feel throughout this mini-series that I felt like kind of cheapened the real human tension going on in the film, because in the series, because that's really what this is about. It's has some great supporting performances too, like Jim Broadbent and Diana Rigg are both in this, but thinking about the story, it's very human, and the temptations that are there for these women, who are these sisters who are out in this foreign land, and you know, you have Mr. Dean, this man, coming in and bringing some temptation and his charisma and building this chemistry with them and having them second guessing what they really want to do. The story feels a little outdated too, just a bit, or at least how exactly it plays out feels a little outdated, a little heavy-handed, and like one of the parts, it's like showing a particular point in the series of like this woman going too far into her lust and temptation, like, my God, she put makeup on. And it's just like that, I felt like had a lot bigger impact, and I think it was 47 when the original film came out, and this one I felt was a little bit hokey. But in general, I feel like this series captures the spirit of the story and does things pretty darn well. And it's watchable. I felt like it's a little too stretched out at its 3-hour runtime, because it's been proven that this story can be done in a more efficient way. And honestly, I enjoyed watching this. It brought suspense, it brought some thrills, and it achieved that. Is this something that's going to go down as like one of the most impressive miniseries I've seen in a long time? Not really, but well, honestly, if you want that, probably should go watch Queen's Gambit. But with this, it does what it's supposed to do. And I think it does enough of that to make it an enjoyable watch. But those are my thoughts on FX's The Black Narcissus. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some TV. Now, thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.